Hi everyone. So today now we're going to talk about how do we change bad habits. You know how to create a new habit now, but you also know certain habits that you do regularly which is not good for you. So how can we go about changing our bad habits and making them healthier? Again, a new mindset tool. So this is from the episode, a podcast with Dr. Chatterjee and an expert on habit creation, which is Dr. Charles. So if you always wanted to look into this more, please go and listen to Dr. Chatterjee's podcasts. So how do we change a bad habit? For example, you might be snacking at night while you watch television. You know it's not good, you know you're not supposed to eat after dinner, but yet you can't stop the urge to snack at night. And snacking at night is actually one of the worst habits you can have, because it is creating a little bit of a ruckus with your digestive system that needs a rest, but also you're taking on additional calories that are not required. Okay, so how do we change this habit? There's 3 points with this one. Okay, so 1 is the feeling, I will discuss it. 2 is the action, and 3 is find. So feeling, action, find. Okay, I will call it FAF, just so you can remember. Now, what does that mean? So feeling, that means why are you actually doing this action? All right, so it's about trying to understand yourself, and this is really huge. This is the change that's going to happen. Why are you actually doing this? What's the feeling it's giving you? Why are you snacking at night, or whatever the habit is? So for example, you're snacking at night, 1, because you're bored, or could be you feel lonely, so you're trying to fill that gap with food, or because you like to eat something sweet at night. Okay, for example, these are the 3 maybe feelings we can talk about, of why you're doing it. So the first point, the first important thing is trying to understand yourself, not just doing that habit without thinking. Now we're going to look at why are you doing that habit? What is it fueling? What feelings are making you do this habit? Or what feelings are kind of motivating you to do this habit? If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling sad, if you're an emotional eater, if you are bored and want to eat something while you're watching TV, it's become a habit. Whatever it might be, try and understand yourself for that, number 1. Number 2 is the action itself. So you're eating a snack or you're doing something else. That's the action itself. So recognizing that I'm doing this action at this time and it's not a good action. All right. And number 3 is finding a solution. So remember, we had feeling, action, and then find. Find is finding a solution. So depending on what your feeling was, you need to find the solution. So for example, if you said, I eat at night because I'm bored and I'm lonely, then what could you substitute to take away that boredom or loneliness? Could you call a friend? Could you call your mom and dad? Could you call your sister? Could you do something else that is a better alternative to snacking when you're feeling lonely or sad? Okay, number 1. If you were doing it out of boredom, then really you need to tell yourself off and stop doing that and find a different thing to do. So if you're bored, get off the TV, go do something else, listen to music, do a dance. That will definitely take the boredom away. Okay, number 3, if you love the taste of it, and if you're addicted to having ice cream at night, for example, you wanted something sweet, it's your habit to have something sweet late at night before going to bed or watching TV or after dinner, right? Then the option is, what can you substitute for this unhealthy snack? All right, so if you're eating ice cream, which is one of the worst unhealthy foods, ultra processed foods, then think about, could you make substitutes, such as you could make a healthier homemade ice cream, which, for example, I've been sharing recipes of just frozen bananas and frozen strawberries. You put in a grinder and off you go. You've got a lovely, fresh, organic, healthy little bit of ice cream. However, if we're trying to restrict the calories, then maybe again finding something else that would be better, like maybe grabbing 2 or 3 cherries or strawberries to have just fresh. Again, those are sweet. All you're doing is substituting the ice cream and having something better with it. So remember, if you have bad habits that you need to change, it's all in the mind. It's all about mindset changes. And this um, model, if you like, is called the feeling, the action, the finding, and alternative. What's the feeling that you're feeding or doing? Two, what's this action and when do you do it? So being aware. And number three, what solution can you find to this problem? Okay, we recently had people who liked having biscuits with their tea, dunking biscuits in their tea every day. That was an action they've done for many years. So then you have to think about, okay, I love to dunk something in my tea, but does it need to be an unhealthy biscuit? Can I try and make a healthier version of the biscuit to dunk it in? And that would be fine at snack time. But at night, again, it's thinking about what are those habits you do that are unhealthy. It could be all through the day, it could be at night while you're watching TV and relaxing. Why are you doing it? When are you doing it? And how can you change it? So I hope this helps. And thank you to Dr. Chatterjee for this. But I hope this helps, and I hope you have lots of healthy habits you can start and unhealthy habits that you can change.